Mary Ann. Hi there. Surviving my 80s. And I'm going to make my chicken broth today. And it's from one of our cold chickens. And this chicken didn't have the traditional yellow feet. So the feet that I put in, they don't look good. And I really had to really see that I was getting off all of the outer peeling, because you have to you dunk these first, and you get them all clean, take off all the outer skin and whatnot, and get into the inner. Even the outer fingernails come off, and they go into the soup pot. When I make soup broth, chicken broth, or bone broth, I cook it in a kettle. I don't have a slow cooker. Neighbor's son, he has a slow cooker. He uses his. He really cooks his down, I'll tell you. When he gets done, there's hardly, the bones just disintegrate. Okay, and then I cut it up because it will fit in the pan better. So I'm just going to take the legs off. That's all I want to get off, or the legs and the thigh. And so I'll take that and get that. And there. So I'll put those in. And after I get it in, this probably looks a bit awkward. Okay, I don't think I did this one, I didn't do it quite right. I know I didn't. Would not make a good butcher. All I want to do is get the thing off of there, get it down. Okay, the rest I'm just going to put in, and I put in about a gallon of water. Actually, I do put a gallon of water. This is not quite a gallon. We've used out of it, so I'll be putting more into it, but I just want to show you what I do. Okay, yeah, it really needs more water to even cover it. But I'm gonna, there, put it in there. And then I'm gonna show you, it's not cut up. I'll put in onion. There's a red onion and a white onion. I'll put in celery, and unfortunately this is what I have. And I'll put in carrots. I'm also putting in the carrot tops. And so I'll put those in. I'll put in garlic. I'll put in my salt, which is very good salt. And also I'll put in, did I say garlic? Well, I think I did. I'm going to put in, maybe a scant 2 tablespoons of vinegar. That will help the bones start to dissolve in my broth. And after it starts boiling, if there's any scum or that stuff that comes up, I'll strain that off. Then I'll put in my pepper. I'm not putting in any spices. I like spices, but what I want to do, I want to have it where if I fix it in something and I don't want to, I want to be able to have an option with how I spice it with what I'm cooking. So I'm not doing that, plus the fact I'll probably freeze a lot of this, and then that, when you freeze things with spices in it, you're apt to lose the flavor. So I'm going to spice as I use it. So that will go on, and I'll cook this, oh, maybe for an hour or two, and then I'll take the chicken out, get all the meat off the bones, and it's always easier to get meat off the bones while it's warm. If you let it cool down and get cold, the job is not as easy. So always take the bones off of your meat while it's still warm. Okay, so I'm just going to stick this over on the stove. I'm going to turn it on, but I will be adding this stuff, but I want to show you something else. Okay. Okay, after I take the meat off in about an hour or two, when it's tender, I'll put the bones all back in, and I'll cook it until tonight or even during the night. And now what I want to show you is the other day I made chicken broth, and I strained it off. I put most of it in the freezer, and then after I strained it off that one time and I still had quite a bit in there, I put some more liquid in and I cooked it again. And now this is the second time around, and I'm getting more. And there it is. And I might go